How y'all doing tonight? Happy Sunday. Oh no, as a matter of fact, it's Monday now. Well, happy Monday. God bless y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing weekend. As I was searching the hashtag Fanny Pack, I'm sorry. As I was searching the hashtag Fanny Willis, I stumbled across this young lady video by the name of Tabitha. So, Miss Tabitha, I'm gonna need you to come to the front of the congregation. Step forward, please, Miss Tabitha. Now, before I get into my commentary, I want to say this. I'm not going to change Miss Tabitha's mind. Nothing is impossible, but I don't see it. Anytime I do these type of reactions or I'm in a public debate with somebody, I'm not trying to convince that person because, like I said, it has happened. It's a long shot. Nothing is impossible, but for the most part, these people have consumed a lie. And this is the greatest country on this side of heaven. So in America, you have the right to be wrong. Not affecting me. Well, I'm going to take that back. It is affecting me. It affects me when you consume lies about certain people and you go in the voting booth and the economy is like it is. Now it affects everybody. So yeah, it do affect me, right? But we're not going to get off into that in this video. We're going to stay on the topic. So now that Miss Tabitha has made it to the front of the congregation, let's go ahead on and dive in. I always say in my community, the black community, which is this channel is geared toward the black community because in our community we are the receptors of the most lie. Why is that? Because we are a community who don't care about anything serious. Who better out LeBron and Jordan? We got all the facts, stats, etc. How many baby mamas NBA YoungBoy got? We know their names, we know where they're from, and we can give a description to the T to the point if you blind, you could imagine how she looked. These are the things that we are focused on in our community. This is why this is why we're in our current plight. Has nothing to do with the big bad white man. I don't know about one time in history, but today, 2024, black people are in the position that they're in economically in every other area, but economics is what my main focus is at all times for this country and for my community. Right? But we are in a situation we're in because we always either we looking towards a leader or we don't, but majority of us don't think for ourselves. And of course, there's always an exception to that rule. I am an exception. But in our community, we the only community that have quote unquote leaders who have no I'm trying to find out the word I'm looking for. We'll just take some because we worship things in our community. We worship things, we worship fame, we worship degree. These are the things that we worship in our community. So if somebody got those things, whatever they saying, even if it doesn't make any sense, we will believe it. Also, we have a very low emotional IQ in our community. So, with other words, when somebody's saying something, even if it's true, if we don't like the person or we don't like what they're saying, we won't even receive it, even if it's true with facts. So I wanted to put that out there because I'm not making this video to convince Miss Tabitha, change Miss Tabitha. I can look at Miss Tabitha, and I can be wrong about the things I'm saying, but I can be wrong. But it looks like she got a little age on her, not too old, pretty young lady. I'm not saying nothing about her looks, but you can see she got a little age on her. She not no young child out here. She not no teenager. She not in her 20s, and I don't believe she in her 30s, right? And good chance, I'm willing to bet I could be wrong about this. She's educated, not intelligent, educated. Not bashing. I'm just going off this particular video and content that I'm about to react to. But before I get into that, I want to show a few things to Miss Tabitha, debunk her whole video, And some of the things I'm gonna say in this video, I don't have actual uh data right in front of y'all face, but everything that I'm saying, go look it up. It's no opinions in this video that I'm about to make. Nothing is subjective that I'm saying. Everything is objective. Everything is factual. It's about to come out my mouth, right? And so going back to the situation, so I'm not gonna probably convince Tabitha. And like I say, when I'm in a debate with people who on Tabitha's side, quote unquote, liberal, Democrat, you pretty much not going to convince that person. But my thing is, if it's one person around, if we ride in the car, I'm not gonna debate you. You feel how you feel, I'm gonna feel how I feel. But if it's even one person around, I'm willing to debate you. Why is that? Because that one person gonna see how I'm coming with facts, and you overly emotional, constantly moving the goalposts, and can't conversate like an adult. So this is what usually happens when you hit liberal Democrats with facts, right? So I understand that Miss Tabitha gonna see this. I'm gonna make sure she see it by tagging her. Whether she take time to watch it, I don't know. But she gonna see it. She's been tagged in it, so I'm sure she gonna check it out. And nothing I'm gonna say can convince her. But the people who come to my channel, or the people that may come across this video, is going to see how these people are brainwashed and dumbed down. And in some cases, well, I'm not gonna say that, but I'm gonna say this here. And I always say this here. In black community, like I say, is always an exception to that. I'm an exception. But in the black community, 50 and older do not think for themselves. Who think for them, Vernon? The liberal black pastor, which is most of these pastors, not all of them, but most of them are liberal line pastors. They let the fake members of the Democratic Party that so-called love them, such as Cori Bush or AOC or Sheila Jackson Lee, Maxine Waters, Hank Johnson, Hakeem Jeffries, just to name a few, or these fake black leaders such as, I put the head at Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, all of these people who are an anathema to me. I have a deep repugnance for them because I know that they hate black people. Why do I say they hate black people? Look at black people as your children, for example. That's how I handle black people. I look at black people as my child, right? When you have a child, right, for the people who listen to this that have children, I don't have children, but if you have a child and you see that they are chaotic, they are everywhere they go is a problem. It's just everything that they constantly into. But when they come to you, or when the police come to you, or when their teachers come to you, or when whoever come to you, you telling the people that it's their fault and not the child's fault. You hate that child. And what's going to happen to that child is he's going to bring you to open shame, and he's going to crash and burn. And this is what's happening with the black community. All these people that I just told you, they can care less about the black community because they would tell black people their real issue so we can then find a solution, because you can't find a solution until you realize there's a problem. And the majority of black people mind, because they've been lied to for so many years, they think that the big bad white man is their problem. Systematic racism, right? But I kind of got off the subject again, so let's dive into this video. So, you know, when you're dealing with these liberal Democratic, especially the women, but all Democratic, because I'm starting to see some men, but you know, and I really don't understand these men, but I understand that a lot of men in my community are raised by their mama, so I get it. But, bro, I have never seen so many people that is that. I don't know if I want to say ignorant or stupid, right? Because the difference between ignorant and stupid is, ignorant means that you're misinformed, you just don't know. Stupid means you speaking on it like you know when you don't. That's what makes you stupid, aka dumb, right? When you talking to these liberal blacks or these liberal Democrats, they will bring up everything about everything except the bottom line. Who are you talking? I'm talking about Donald Trump. Everybody that have a brain, right? Which is we understand that common sense ain't that common, and majority of people today just like I said don't think for themselves. Because like I said, the 50 and older who think for them, and under 45 and under, you know who think for them? The athletes, the rappers, anybody who have a lot of material things, anybody who have a degree. That's who the 45 and under group listens to. They don't think for themselves. Like I say, it's an exception, and I ain't one of those exceptions, but I'm just going off the rule right now. Right? So when you deal with these liberal individuals, but I'm dealing with Negroes right now because this is what this channel geared towards. They will tell you everything about Donald Trump, which is most of it is lies. It had already been proven. And the rest of it is just things that they heard and they listened to people like Joy Reid, and all these liberal media corporations like MSDNC or CNN, Commie Nonsense Network. And this is what they form their opinions about. And the problem with that is, like I always say, especially with Miss Tabitha, is a lot of people who so brainwashed. Most people are drones out here, man. Let's be honest, man. Most people are drones out here. They just, you heard me? And I went into a comment section on this particular video that I'm gonna play with you guys, and you should see the comments. I might even show you something. And the black men in these comments are just, oh my God. Oh my goodness, I can't even believe. But I know they were raised by their mama, so I get it. I understand it was a very unfortunate situation for them because it's not their fault, right? So you would give these black people all the evidence that I'm about to give y'all, and the first thing come out of their mouth, well, he said he'll grab a woman by the. First of all, that's not what he said. He said something along those lines, and this is exactly what he said. He said that when you are rich and powerful, women will let you grab them by the you know what. And guess what? About 85 to 90% of women, that is true. Let's not play no game. But if it's not true, first of all, he was not campaigning for president when he did that. And second of all, this was quote unquote locker room talk. The same way y'all talk with y'all girls, or the same way men talk with their homies, this is how men talk. Trump has been rich and powerful for probably his whole life, so he know what he talking about, right? Or they'll say, he started an insurrection. Let's stop it, man. Let's stop it, man. Everybody's seen Donald Trump go up there and say peacefully protest. And they'll move the goalposts and say, well, he knew who he was dealing with, even though he said that he knew it was his support. How did he know his supporters was going to do that? When have Donald Trump supporters ever did that? When have a rally had anybody get shot? A rally had anybody get hurt? Like these BLM riots, that we're not going to talk about right now, but when have anything associated with Donald Trump event have ever had one peep of violence? It has never happened. So that's what, because I'm just saying that because somebody was telling me, well, they knew those type of people and what they were going to do. Donald Trump said peacefully protest just like BLM and all these liberal Democrats said for years. Right? He did not cause insurrection. Those people took it up on their self because they felt cheated. It was wrong. That's how they felt, and they dealing with the consequences for that. I'm talking about they will come up with everything, and that's why I got this first exhibit, the first picture on the screen. And for those of you who can't read, I'm gonna read it for you. This is what happens when you vote based on emotion instead of policy. I just don't like him. Newsflash. You don't have to like him. You're not going out for a beer. You're choosing a steward of policies that you will believe will protect your interests and the interests of your nation. We've lost our way, and now we're paying the price for our lack of attentiveness to what really matters, which is the bottom line. If you don't know what that is, the economics of America. Everything has went up. I'm going to show y'all all the exhibits and everything I'm showing y'all. I mean, it's in your face. And some of the things I'm not going to show y'all because I don't have the data right now for it. You look it up. Right? So we going to first, before we go, like I said, I'm going to show y'all these pictures first. And I want y'all to remember these pictures. And I might come back to them after the video just so y'all can refresh y'all memory. We're gonna look at these pictures, then we're gonna go to Miss Tabitha's video, right? Let's go to this one first. This was Donald Trump's plan had he been reelected. He had came up with something called the Platinum Plan, right? The Platinum Plan. Now, when they asked Kamala and Joe, go look these things up. What I'm saying, don't listen to nothing I'm saying. Go look it up. They got short YouTube videos. You can the stuff I'm saying. We got Google. We live in the age of information. Anything I'm saying can be quickly found. They asked Joe and Kamala, what do y'all have for the black community? Joe told y'all, you don't vote for me, you ain't black. We not focused on America. We not focused on black America. We focus on America as a whole. This was Kamala and Joe's words. Go look it up. Right? Let me zoom this in for you real fast so we can read it together. These are the things Donald Trump did in his first election. And at the bottom half, this is what he had planned. And he named it the Platinum Plan, which was strictly for black America. Right? Right? This who we voted. We voted Ahab and Jezebel in office, a.k.a. Biden and Kamala, over this. Right? This is what we did. Because we don't think for ourselves. Because if we thought for ourselves and did our own research, there's no way we would have voted against Donald Trump. Black man, black woman. There's no way you would have did that. Right? Unless you retarded. And if you retarded, you can't vote. Right? So when you see stuff like this and the stuff I'm about to show you, it proves not only that Miss Tabitha is extremely erroneous in her content, but I don't know about her content because I didn't check her content, but this particular video, not only is she erroneous in this particular video, this proved what I said, that black people do not think for themselves. They let the people that I've mentioned think for them. So let's read it. These are the things with the red check mark that he achieved in the first 4 years. Look it up. By achieving historic employment level for black Americans, as well as increasing access to capital for new businesses, President Trump has committed to ensuring all black Americans can achieve the American dream. By signing into law the celebrated First Step Act, President Trump has brought common sense criminal justice reform to the American people for the first time in decades, while ensuring that our streets and communities are safe for families and business owners. Prosperity. As the first president to provide long-term funding to historical black college, no, Obama didn't. And yes, Biden came cut that $40 billion that Donald Trump gave, just to put that in. But I'm gonna finish. And universities, the administration continues to seek immediate and generational advancement for black Americans. Mind you, blacks didn't put Trump in office. We know black, for the most part, don't vote Republican, but yet he still did this for us. We've been voting Democrat for a million years. They never did nothing for us. I don't want to hear about no civil rights bill. I got videos on that. Go check it out. As demonstrated through his actions to initiate investment into opportunity zones, as well as address health disparities, wage gaps, and necessary education reforms, President Trump works every day to advance a fair and just America for the black community. Let's go to this next one, which is a bigger piece of this lower half. This was his promise also going into that Platinum Plan. I'm going to leave it here for a second so you can read it. Now, I'm going to swipe to the right and go to the next exhibit, which is the thing that Donald Trump did in 47 months, which was more than Joe Biden did in 47 years. Achieved the lowest black unemployment rate in history. The black youth unemployment rate reached an all-time low. Achieved the largest job gain for African Americans on record. Black Americans saw the largest increase in home ownership. The poverty rate for African Americans reached the lowest level ever. Lifted 6.6 people out of poverty, the largest poverty reduction of any American president. Right? Stay with me, Miss Tabitha. I ain't finished. This is what happened when you vote with your emotions. We wasn't voting for Donald Trump to be the next pastor of our church. Maybe we wouldn't want him to do that. We was voting for him to be the leader of our nation. Because the leader of our nation and the decisions that they make affect our pockets. These things you see on screen, this is not a joke. This is not no propaganda. This is facts. Look at the CPI overall for the first 30 months. Look at the CPI average growth during presidency. Look at groceries. Look at gasoline. All of this stuff is not even, and I don't want to add interest rate. I wish they had that on there. When Donald Trump was in office, interest rate was about 2.6%. Now they're heading to 10%. You buy a home right now, you will be paying 10 years before you even touch the principal. You'll just be paying straight interest because of this moron on the left. Donald Trump understood that America was a business, and we all know he's one of the most successful businessmen of all time. And that's what he ran America like, and that's why it was booming. We like to talk about, the Ukraine. Hell, Biden funded that war. What you mean? How did he fund the war? When Trump was in office, you know why gas was so cheap? Because we was drilling in America. Biden came in immediately, stopped fracking, and we was buying oil from Russia. That's what we was buying, 17 million gallons. I might be wrong on that number, but I know we was buying, I think, 17 million gallons of oil for Russia. All that money we was sending to Russia, we was making their pocket fat, and hell, they was ready to go to war with Ukraine. And they invaded Ukraine. We funded that war by buying gasoline from them when we can drill in our own country. And gas would be cheaper for Americans. Let's go to the next one. Because I know what y'all about to say next. One thing you always deal with these liberal Negroes when you argue with them, they all, like I say, they deal with moral stuff. And then when you debunk all the moral stuff and tell them, well, hey, I'm not voting for Donald Trump to be my counsel. I'm not voting for Donald Trump to be my preacher. I'm voting him to run my country. Just like the person who you work for. You don't care about what they believe and all that. All you care about is they make sure your check gets signed. Economics is at the forefront. Everything has went up. Car buying, car renting, everything, stores, inflation, which means your paycheck is getting gutted. 401ks, or some people 401ks on the verge of being wiped out because there's a moron in office. So when you debunk all that stuff and say, well, hey, he racist. When did he become racist? When did Donald Trump become racist? That's what I need to understand. When did Donald Trump become racist? I don't have the data, but if you go look at one of my videos called Why Black People Should Love Donald Trump, they hold a parade for this man every year in Africa for his contribution that he gives to Africa. Why is he doing that? Why has he been doing that? When did he become racist? That's my question. Nobody can never answer that. Right? No one can never answer that. Also, if you go look up a video of Judge Joe Brown talking about him, Judge Joe Brown said in the 80s and the early 90s, when black business owners wanted loans, they couldn't get loans, and they would go to Donald Trump, and he would give them the loans, in some cases with no interest. Look these things up that I'm telling you. And the lady that's in the red on the right side, bright-skinned older lady, that's Alveda King, Martin Luther King's niece. Yeah, she supported Donald Trump. Go look it up. Miss Alveda King. Oh my God. What? Why this never was on the news? Amazing. That's all I can say is amazing. When did he become racist? I'm just trying to find out. I know nobody can tell me because nobody haven't told me in the last, 5 years or 6 years, but I'm still waiting to listen. I can't wait to hear it. What? No way. No way Trump being given the Ellis Island Award in 1989 for contributing to the conditions of inner city black youth standing alongside Muhammad Ali and the Miss Rosa Parks. No way this did not happen. This has to be Photoshop. But go look it up. We'll see. I did my research. Do yours. What? This is not another picture. Find this was kind of funny. Find yourself someone that looks at you the way Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, and Maxine Waters looked at Trump before he ran for president of the United States. And by the way, that's not Maxine Waters. That's the great Jane Brown, the late Jane Brown, the late great Jane Brown. That's not Maxine Waters, the wicked witch from the West with the low IQ, but she do have a hairstyle that kind of looks that way, right? But I just want to show y'all those few pictures before I begin to commentary, and we're gonna listen to Miss Tabitha's video. We're gonna debunk what she's saying. I wanted to give y'all all this stuff before y'all watch Miss Tabitha, so everything that y'all saying is already debunked. He not racist, and who cares about the things that people say he said or did, or like the insurrection, because we know that's a lie. But just say he the went up there and said, "Hey, cause the insurrection." At the end of the day, he's still a president, and he had this. I mean, he still was the best president America ever had. He had this whole country running great, no wars, no nothing. We was respected as a nation. The economic was great. Everybody was doing well. You got people right now with degrees that's barely making it because the economy, because dumb in office, right? So let's get into and before we get into her video, watch all the moral stuff she's going to talk about, just stupid stuff and lies, right? Let's go to it.
Perfect combo from Optimum. Sign up and get fast and reliable internet for as low as $30 a month and save $300.
Who look towards their month.
All right. So we're going to start this over. It's a 10-minute video, and as you see, why I will be voting for Joe Biden and the Democrats and against Donald Trump and the Republicans. Right? Let's get into it. And of course, I'm going to let her talk. And of course, I'm going to chime in. Let's get to it. Amazing.
Testing. Hi, I'm Politics by Tabitha, and here are some of the reasons why I will be voting for Joe Biden.
Amazing.
Reason number one as to why I will be voting for Joe Biden and against Donald Trump and the Republicans is because Donald Trump has made it clear that he plans to have mass deportation, and he will reinstitute a Muslim ban as well as tariffs on all imports. Currently, based on a quick Google search, there is an estimated 3 to 4 million Muslims currently living in the United States. Steve Bannon, one of Donald Trump's most trusted advisors, has publicly stated that they will be deporting 10 million immigrants that are currently living in the United States.
First of all, let's talk about it. Illegal immigrants. Illegal immigrants. Do you understand illegal immigrants, Miss Tabitha? Do you understand illegal immigrants hurts our economy? Do you understand illegal immigrants are the ones who bringing all this fentanyl to this country that's killing 100,000 Americans a year? Do you understand what the problem and the chaos that illegal immigrants are causing? Did you hear about those illegal immigrants that broke into these people's house in Texas and killed them? Right? And it's happened in Florida several times, and it happened in Texas several times. But this was a recent situation. And a lot of times these things don't really hit until it happened to people and it hit their front door, right? Because had somebody in Tabitha's family been murdered by an illegal immigrant, she would be the first one in the picket line on get illegals out the country. Well, Vernon, American citizens can do that too. Well, they're American citizens. Illegal aliens shouldn't be here. If they want to come through the front door, not the back door. Trump has publicly stated. Go look the videos up. Everything I'm saying, do not take my word. Go look it up. Trump have publicly stated that he loves immigrants. He supports immigrants, but legal ones, the ones who have come into this country through the front door, not the back door. So they need to get deported. And Vernon, you said that they hurt the economy. How do they hurt the economy? I'm in the construction field, right? They got these Mexicans and these illegal immigrants because they from all different Latinos. I'm gonna say they be from everywhere: Nicaragua, Honduras, Guatemala. They are very talented. They will come to America, and the job that I charge by hourly, they'll take a payment for a day. For example, if I go to your house and paint it and do sheetrock work, I may give you a quote and an estimate, or I may charge you hourly. But majority of the time, I give you a quote or an estimate. And whatever I give you as a quote or an estimate is not gonna be what an illegal gonna charge you. So I'm gonna tell you, okay, to paint your entire house is gonna be $20,000. To paint and put up all the sheetrock and do all that work to inside of your home is gonna be $20,000. An illegal alien can't charge you $20,000 because he's not licensed, he's not bonded, he has no insurance. He can do work just as good as me, but he gonna charge you $8,000 or $10,000 or $12,000. He gonna charge you cheaper than what I charge, and you gonna go with him. And so now this has been happening, especially in the South, right, by these borders in Texas and Louisiana. And guess what? Now, a true American citizen, because I mean, who's not gonna take the cheaper price for the same work? Who's not gonna take the cheaper price for the same work? You don't care if they illegal or not. All you care about is saving you some money, especially in time where it's hard like this. So they hurt the economy like that because they gonna take their money and go back to wherever they from. Not only is American, not the American gonna charge more. Not only is his services licensed and bonded, but he gonna put that money back into the American economy. You see what I'm saying? But I know y'all don't think that far. So they need to be deported. How can Donald Trump deport illegal immigrants? But that's what I'm saying. Common sense is not that common today. So you telling me that because somebody here from another country, they illegal, Donald Trump, hey, get out of the country. Like, that's not even legal. Legally, Donald Trump couldn't do that. Donald Trump is talking about illegal aliens, and they need to go.
In addition to 3 to 4 million Muslims currently living in the United States, there's an estimated 10.7 million Mexicans living in the United States. Donald Trump and the Republican base has continuously attacked Muslims and Mexicans in this country. And being that Steve Bannon has publicly stated that they plan to deport 10 million immigrants, you can bet your bottom dollar that Muslims and Mexicans will be high in that number. I will be voting against Donald Trump and for Joe Biden to stop.
I'm talking about like, bro, these videos, I seen the video a couple of days ago and I had to calm down before I made it because I didn't really want to be on TV, public. Because really, to be honest with you, nobody want to claim Joe Biden no more. But for this woman to be on a public platform claiming Joe Biden, first of all, I'm shocked because nobody want to take the exception. I know people who had their shirts up with Joe Biden and on their profile, all that has been wiped away. Nobody want to claim him no more because everybody with a brain knows that this man has destroyed the economy. All that extra stuff, all that other food, well, what has he done to the economy? All that other, well, he pointed a black woman here and he put a black woman there, and how is that affecting your life? Well, my daughter gonna be one day. Stop it. Please stop it. A president's job is to make sure your life is economically better. And Joe Biden ruined that. And everybody with a brain, a job, a bank account, a life, or any type of spending money, they spend money wherever it is, grocery store, gas pump, housing market, car dealership, wherever you spend money at, you are spending significant, not no couple penny more. Your 401ks are on the verge of being wiped out. The stock market is in trouble. Everything dealing with economics has been ruined. Money rules the world. Money makes the world go around, especially America. All that other stuff is foolish. Who cares? The bottom line is Donald Trump is best for America economically, for black people and America as a whole. So I'm going to let her finish talking about these stupid stuff she said, and majority lied, because she just said that he constantly talks about Muslims and illegals. Immigrants. That is a lie. That is she openly lied. She has no proof of that. Donald Trump does not like illegal immigrants. Just so we're clear.
That from happening.
Easy.
I also will be voting against Donald Trump and for Joe Biden in hopes to stop the attacks against the LGBTQIA plus community. Donald Trump and the Republicans have relentlessly attacked members of this community, more specifically members of the trans community. They have stripped the LGBTQ community of certain rights and are continuously trying to strip them of their humanity and their dignity. And having a brother that is a part of this community, it lights fire underneath me to do what I can do to make sure that he is protected. Third.
So I want to go back to that. And if you notice this woman, just check this out. This woman can't even make a straight face. Her eyes is all over the place. And I know she's not under the influence. It's just because she knows she lying. Now she just lied to y'all and have no proof. Y'all can't find it where Donald Trump ever stripped no rights of no LGBT community, ever said nothing bad about the LGBT community. But she, once again, is being fed this propaganda and is refeeding it to other people. She's regurgitating it to her subscribers, which is an issue. And this is what they do. That is an open lie. As a matter of fact, that's one of the things that I disagreed with Donald Trump on. And that was when he said in one of his rallies that he will make sure he protect the LGBTQ community. Now, as someone who have friends a part of that community, I don't want them to be hurt. I hate what they do as God hates what they do, but I don't hate them just as God don't hate them. So I don't judge them, but what they're doing is wrong, evil, wicked, and if they don't repent and if they die in that state, I hope they don't think they go and see Jesus, but that's another story for another day. But I will say this. That is an open lie. They have a video. You can go look this up. Like I said, this is one of the things I didn't, because the reason why I say I didn't agree with him on it is because nobody is just going around abusing trans people. Let's be honest about it. Maybe in high school or children doing it, but adults are not doing it. As a matter of fact, the LGBTQIA community is one of the most protected and spoiled communities in America. There's a lot of things that's been altered to fit them when they're a small percentage of America, allegedly. Because but that's another story for the other day. So I don't think nobody should be out killing them or hurting them, but just leave them out of your, like when he said that, I was like, he could have just left that out. He kind of turned me off of that because just don't speak about them people. Let them people deal with whatever they deal with. They wicked and they live in a wicked lifestyle. Whatever happened, happened. That's on them. But Donald Trump openly came out and said, look this stuff up. YouTube is a quick search. Donald Trump came out and said he will protect the LGBTQ community. So this woman just lied. But guess what? People is going to look at her subscribers, look at her, and she looks like an educated woman. You can see she's one of those liberal black women by her garb that she have on. And the thing about it is, these women don't think for themselves. They think off emotion, off how they feel, and what they've been told, right? So she just lied to y'all. But like I say, people not going to even go check it out because we don't care about this stuff. But let somebody tell you that LeBron ain't better than Jordan. You go find out all the stats you can. This is the shallowness that we have in our community, and this is the situation and this is why we have the plight that we're dealing with. But I'm going to let her continue, and of course, I'm going to chime in.
I will be voting against Donald Trump and Republicans and for Joe Biden and the Democrats because Republicans have stated over and over and over again their intent to completely gut Social Security and Medicare.
Once again, another lie. This is another lie. They have a new plan. And Byron Donalds, he went on Joy Reid and explained that she wouldn't even let him talk. Go check that interview out. Byron Donalds, Representative Congressman Byron Donalds, and Joy Reid talks about the Social Security plan. They are not talking about gutting Social Security. Like I say, some of the stuff, like that's what I say, bro. See, that's why when you thinking and making decisions off emotions and the way you feel, it's never gonna be logical with the decision that you make. Like sometimes we gotta just use our brain. We don't have to have wisdom. We don't have to have intel. We don't have to have education. All we have to do is use common sense, which is, like I said, is not that common anymore, especially in America, especially in my community. But that's all we gotta do. So you telling me that the big bad Republican and Donald Trump is gonna go strip every person in the country that gets Social Security of their Social Security? And people actually believe this nonsense. People actually believe this. Donald Trump never said it, neither the Republicans. They talking about regulating it and going through another channel to do it a different way. But taking it away, that is a complete lie. But to get in detail about it, like I said, go search Congressman Byron Donalds as he addresses this issue about Social Security and Medicare. These people will lie, bro. This woman is lying. Oh, my goodness.
After a quick Google search, I learned that there were about 66 million Americans who were collecting in 2022 Social Security benefits. 54 million of those are ages 65 and over who are collecting Social Security and Medicare. And Republicans and Donald Trump want to cut that program. Social Security and Medicare provides our seniors, the elderly, with the funds needed to pay rent, to buy groceries, to pay for their prescriptions, to have a small quality of life. Republicans and Donald Trump like to label Social Security and Medicare as entitlements. No, these are not entitlements. These are
Next thing, that's another lie. How can that be an entitlement when the Social Security is not just free money? That's money you have worked for, or if you was married, your spouse worked for. This is not money that you just get. This is money that somebody worked for, and money was took out of their check for years for when they got into a situation like retirement or whatever, and they get to draw from this. So this is what I'm saying. How can they take this from you? This woman is lying, and she have no proof but some whatever this is in her background from a liberal source, and it's to get people like her who don't really do in-depth research. They just look at everything on the surface and take it and run and regurgitate propaganda. This is insane. This is outrageous.
programs that people paid into for the majority of their working lives.
Amazing.
There are elderly individuals all across the United States, like my mother, who look towards their monthly checks from the government so that they can live in these United States. And the Republicans and Donald Trump want to cruelly cut that benefit. Reason number 4 that I will be voting against Donald Trump and Republicans and for Joe Biden and the Democrats is because the Republicans plan to completely gut public education. If you're tuned in to what's going on politically, you see that they have already started to do that with book bannings.
Yes, I'm glad she said that. And I looked this up. They had a situation in Florida, I want to say last year, where the governor wanted all books dealing with LGBTQ. They wanted those type of books, and they wanted any type of book that was basically saying black people are victims and white people are oppressors. All those type of books were going to be took out of the library. Now, I never heard Donald Trump say that, but I did hear the governor of Florida say that he's a Republican, and of anybody with a brain supports that. But because most people, once again, especially in our community, don't think for themselves, people like her, seeing people like Joy Reid, and all these quote unquote people that I named earlier that so-called love black people in the Democratic Party, told them, hey man, he's white. This white governor and the Republicans are trying to take away African American studies. That is a lie. Go look it up for yourself. Go listen to the governor, Ron DeSantis, speak about the book ban in Florida. And if you're a black person with a brain that loves your children, love God, which I understand, that's another story, but you would want these books out of your school too. They just had a lady who went talk to Joy Reid on her show about it, and she actually read some excerpts from the book, and it was so explicit that I could barely I couldn't even believe this was in a school. And Joy Reid was actually arguing with this woman that we should keep this in the school. They have a choice. I'm talking about something very vile, right? So the books that she's talking about, I mean, the books that was supposed to be took out of Florida is stuff like that goes according to CRT. If you don't know what that is, go look it up. I got a video on my channel breaking it down, which is critical race theory, which says that if you're white, doesn't matter when you were born, you're an oppressor. And if you're black, doesn't matter when you were born, you're a victim. And as you see on the screen, LGBTQ, but I'm telling you, LGBTQ material. They wanted it banned. I wanted banned. And Donald Trump, if he know like I know, he would want it banned. Or if I know like I think he is, he do probably want it banned. Nobody, no, and that's the thing about a Republican. Republicans, I know that I don't know if it always been that way, but for the last, I want to say 30 or 40 years, Republican has been the party of pro-God. They got godly values, where the Democrats is do whatever you want, kill a baby, marry who you want to marry, whether even if it's the same sex, do whatever you want to do. Whereas the Republicans are a man and a woman should be married, stop their pro-life instead of being pro quote unquote choice. So this is another lie. But this is what she have been told, and she didn't think for herself, do no research or nothing, and now she regurgitating it to you. Now, I mean, not you, but her subscribers. And then let me show you something about the liberal woman. Let me show you something about the liberal black woman. They have 3 altars. One of their altars is feminism. That's the first altar. Where in feminism, all feminism is the Jezebel spirit. It was came and it was covered with, oh, we just want to be equal, which is still stupid. Who's calling a woman for them to move? When you need to move, who call a woman? When you need your house built, who calls a woman? Right? It's things that women are good at and it's things men are good at. But we just want to be equal. That's not what feminism was about. Feminism was about exhorting the woman over the man. And this is this is the black woman's, the liberal black woman, not the black queen, but the liberal black woman, like on my screen. That's one of their altars. Their second altar is the hippie thing. They want to just love and accept everything. Oh, that you listen, no, listen. Black women love homosexuals. You won't see no community, white women, Mexican women, Asian women, none of these women have as many gay homosexual friends as black women. Liberal black women. I gotta make sure, because all black women, you got black queen, you got liberal black women like you see on your screen. Right? That's their second order. They want to love and accept everything. Oh, it's okay to get an abortion. It's okay to be overweight. Everything is just okay. We're just gonna love and accept everything. And of course, they have the third altar, where they want to play like they pro-black and they black this and they black that, when they got a white. Let me not go too deep in that, but that's their three altars. Where they like to talk about this, they like to get on their soapbox and talk about this black, and don't know what the heck they talking about. They have no solutions. The black woman, once again, let me say this, because I got to be clear, because it's two different type of black. You got the black queen and you got the black woman, the liberal black. The black woman is a liberal. The black queen is the person that you should be marrying, the person you should be dating. I feel sorry for a lot of young brothers who don't know the two, and they have babies and get married to these liberal black women. They're not a part of the solution. They're not. All they care about is a degree and a bag. I gotta get the bag, girl. And material things. That's all they care about, black man. Not the black queen, the black liberal woman, which is majority of these black women. And as a man who only date black women and who only love black women, it's real hard for me out here, right? But that's another story for another day. This is the liberal black woman. They will put everything before you, black man. Right? Everything. Right? But that's another story for another day. But going back to this situation, this is a liberal black woman. This is not a black queen. This is not somebody that you would want to marry. This is not somebody who you would want to make be the mother of your kids. Right? Because, but I'm going to let her finish, and of course I'm going to chime in.
With banning AP African American
Just lying.
history, they say that African American history adds no value.
That's a lie. Ron DeSantis came out and said himself, African American history is American history. Look what I'm saying up. Look what she's saying up. And look who's saying it. Look what I'm saying. Look up what I'm saying and see the horse speak from his own mouth. Just as well as Donald Trump said from his mouth. Black people black people built this country. Right? They won't tell you that. But this woman just lied to you. And you know why she lied to you? Because she listened to somebody that hate Ron DeSantis and what he's doing in Florida. And they said, go listen to what Ron DeSantis himself said about this situation. Go to the horse's mouth.
Educational value
Nice.
to a student. And they don't plan to stop there. Republicans and Donald Trump elevate ignorance and lies and misinformation over education and facts.
No, ma'am. That's what you're doing. That's what people of your caliber do. That's what y'all do, as I just stated and proved. That's what y'all do, not Donald Trump.
For years, Republicans have said to black people, get an education. You want to advance in this country, you want to be successful in this country, get an education. And so black people did. They took out loans. Communities came together to pay for students to be able to continue their education. They were able to get grants, scholarships, and now that we have become an educated people and we have started to advance in this country, the Republicans want to stop that. And to stop that would be to completely gut education in this country. Another reason.
See what I'm saying? See how she just lied to y'all? See how y'all? She just this woman just opened it up, and I'm looking at her finger, and I can see why she not married. Because listen, marrying somebody like this, man. Listen, man. You listen, man. I'm gonna let her finish, man. Cause I can't believe this woman is openly lying, and this is the separation of ignorance and being stupid. This is why this young lady is stupid. Because ignorance is if she didn't know and she did, was just, just talking to maybe some other friend on the phone. But what makes her stupid is her coming on a public platform and lying to people that have no brain to think for themselves, might have education, might have some material thing, but they don't think for themselves, and they listen to this woman and gonna go vote for. I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't even believe nobody is gonna vote for Joe Biden. But to be on public platforms saying that you got some nuts. She got some. Hey, but I could understand why this woman is not married, and I feel sorry for her moving forward. I really do, because bruh, a dude to deal with somebody, if she did toe up, this is the type of people who. This is crazy. And I know this woman educated. I can guarantee she might even have a master's degree, but I can guarantee you, bro, I would be willing to bet my last dollar that this woman has education. I listened to this show, and a guy says that he say is marrying an educated woman is a bad thing because they don't make for good wives and they don't make for good mothers. Now, I will agree with that and disagree with that because I have some educated people in my family. They great parent. But I would roll with him for the most part. I was talking to a young lady the other day, educated young lady, right? And me and this young lady, I'm going to show you how people with education and how outside of that education, they're doorknobs, right? Outside, they have no problem solving skills. They can't think. Like, it's thank God for college, right? Thank God for college for them. I was talking to a young lady the other day. She educated, right? And we talking about a specific thing. We talking about a specific item, 2 items, right? And we both had the items right there. She had the item, I had an item. And you know what this young lady, I'm telling her, okay, look, you saying this is better, I'm saying this is better. How about we put it to the test right now? Let's put it to the test right now. We both got it. We don't have to, order it or nothing. We got it in front of us. Let's do the taste test. Let's see the proof in the pudding. You know what this young lady did? Educated. This is what they do. She pulled up some analytics. That's all they go off. This educating the people. They don't live experience because they don't have. All they know is sitting in front of a professor and telling them something, and they memorizing it. And now they got a piece of paper, so that's all they know is to look for. That's all they know is analytics. They don't know nothing about experience. So when you're dealing with them about something, you can have the facts right there for this in person, for this experience, but they gonna go off analytics. I'm telling you, it was almost unbelievable to me. But then I said to myself, okay, I understand who I'm talking to. I'm talking to an educated woman, not too much. I'm not gonna say she's intelligent. I'm not gonna say she's intelligent. I'm gonna say she's educated. Educated woman, been to college, more than one college. Very well spoken. But just have no common sense. Like you talking about some analytics. You got the product, I got the product. Let's put it to. They didn't want to do that. This is what you deal with educated people. Hey man, that car red. That Ferrari is red. Well, according to what you call them, most Ferraris are cream colored. I'm telling you, look, the car red. But this is what they do. Right? So let's go to the next thing she about to say, which is a lie. If it's not a lie, let's just listen to it.
And why I will be voting against Donald Trump and the Republicans and will be voting for Joe Biden and the Democrats. It's because the Republicans, along with Donald Trump, they totally want to gut affirmative action and diversity, equity, and inclusion programs across the country. They've already succeeded in gutting affirmative action from college admissions. They're planning to move that on over into jobs. in every other aspect where black people are viewed to get a leg up because of affirmative action. Mind you, realistically, factually, it is white women who benefit the most from affirmative action. They want to cut diversity, equity, and inclusion because I've said before and I'll say it again, they don't want to see black people in the boardrooms. They want to see black people mowing the lawn, driving their limousines, tending to their gardens, being their maids, their mechanics.
See black women like this here, man, black people like this here, I really feel sorry for them. And hopefully she don't have no children or no grandchildren. But I'm sure at her age, I mean, I'm sure she have children, you know what I'm saying? She don't have no husband. I can understand that. But this is the type of stuff they say. So let's tackle affirmative action first and foremost. First of all, it's always been said that white women benefit from affirmative action the most. That's a lie. I don't believe that because these companies are ran by majority of white people. So the white people going to automatically be able to get some type of win. And if you don't know what affirmative action means, we gonna make sure you get in because we understand that your test score might not be the highest. We understand that you may not be because it's been hard on you. We gonna give you a help. We gonna give you a quote unquote leg up. And you know what, bro? I tell people all the time. This how tore up black people done got. Not all, but most. That they actually want somebody to lift them and help them. Listen, I can get in college by passing it. And it is the next day. It's so funny to me. These are the same black people who would get on the soapbox and say, black people are the smartest people in the world. They stole all our inventions and all that. These are the same black people who will backdoor and want affirmative action. What you want affirmative action for? You should be able to reach the same test scores and you should be able to perform the same as anybody else to earn the job. You shouldn't want no handout. That's what's wrong with Negroes now. They always want a handout because they black. That's not how life works. But, I mean, it is apparently how life works because now they got DEI, and you basically can get hired because of your set, because you're a woman. We want to have the first, they got to meet a quota. We want to have the first woman to do this. Or we got to have a certain amount of women to do this. We got to have a certain amount of black people in this position. We're going to put you here because you black. That's that. Black people should feel disrespected by that. Man, I can do it just as good as anybody else can do it. Or better, right? Ain't y'all the smartest people? Ain't we the smartest people in the world, right? So why can't we do the job and perform well as anybody else, take the test, do what we want to do, right? As the same level and at the same and reach the same level that everybody else reach instead of it being given us because our color, our sex. That should be embarrassing. I wouldn't even want that. And you know what? I guarantee you this woman who's sitting here saying that, I guarantee you if they go ask her, okay, you go on a flight, you got a flight, ma'am, and you get to pick the pilot. Do you want the pilot that classified? I mean that my bad, I'm sorry, you the wrong word. Do you want the pilot that qualified by meeting all the necessary things he need to qualify for the fly? Or do you want the DEI hire to fly your plane, which is the first black woman? Or the first black man, or the black man that got put in that position because he was black. That woman gonna say quietly, I want the guy who's qualified, who passed all the tests, not the one who got a leg up to be that because they color or they sex. That just sound good on paper. Yeah, we want DEI. I don't want no DEI pilot flying my plane. I don't want no DEI contractor building my house. I want the person who qualified to whatever I'm talking about, the lawyer, whatever it is. I want the person who qualified, not the person because they're black, not because they're a woman, not a person who meeting quota, not a person who's there just as a prop, basically. I want the person who qualified and who can do the job the best. That's who I want. And that's who she want, and that's who anybody with a working brain want. So all that DEI and affirmative action sound good on paper, and as I aforementioned, black people should feel embarrassed. They should be ashamed of themselves that they in a position or got a degree because they was black and not their education and not their mindset. Get the out of here.
Another reason why I'll be voting against Republicans and for Democrats, it is the attack and the war that Republicans have against women. It won't stop with abortion. We may not be able to currently quickly roll back to where we were with Roe v. Wade, but at least we will be able to stop this war that Republicans have against women. It's not going.
Remember I told y'all that Republicans are pro-life, Democrats are pro-choice, meaning they support abortion? Think about this for a minute. This is crazy. Think about this for a minute. Black women, as you see this woman in the back with a woman of color sign, which is she is not a woman of color. All these other people are the ones who are bucking, and they understand the black woman and how she just want to be a part of something. She just want to have power. Black women lead the nation in killing the baby in their womb. But these are the same women who on the front line talking about Black Lives Matter. When they have killed and supported the killing of black babies for the last 40 years. They lead the nation in abortion. In 2020 in New York, look this stuff up. I don't talk about nothing I don't know. In 2020 in the state of New York, more black babies were aborted than born. This is why I made a video last Sunday called All Black People Curse, and why. You think God's sitting up there saying, okay, it's cool for them to just murder. You murdering a baby, a life. Well, what about if it was a rape or incest? First of all, you don't kill one problem with another. But I'm going to say this here. You look this up too, Miss Tabitha. 1.5, because this is the only argument. Well, what about rape or incest? 1.5 of all abortions are due to rape or incest. The other 90-some% is women who was irresponsible and just don't want to be responsible. And the black community is at the head of that. Margaret Singer, yeah, y'all, so this is stuff I'm telling y'all can look. Margaret Singer, the woman who came up with Planned Parenthood, which is abortion, stated that her reason for making this was she was into eugenics, but her main issue was that the black baby is useless. And she knew, and I'm gonna show you how smart Margaret Singer was. She was a piece of trash, evil, wicked woman, and hated black people. They came up with an award for her, right? Called the Margaret Singer Award. And guess who she gave it to? And guess who accepted it? Come close, Miss Tabitha. I need you to hear this, and I need you to do your research, sweetie. Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King accepted an award called the Margaret Singer Award from this woman, the godmother of abortion. And now, in 2024, black women leading abortion. And guess who at the head of all these movements? The white woman. Because they want you to continue to kill your babies in the womb so y'all can go extinct. See what I'm saying? And and she on here telling you that the Republican war on women is a present and clear danger, and telling you how they trying to war against, they at war with women because they trying to stop you from killing your babies. They at war with y'all because they trying to save a black life. The same people that y'all say hate black lives. You would think the Republicans, since they hate black lives and since black women lead abortion, you would think the Republicans, right? Republicans hate black people, right? Black women is number one in abortion, right? So you would think that the Republicans would be supporting abortion. They trying to stop it. And Donald Trump, don't play by the abortion. He don't play by the abortion. Donald Trump said in one of his rallies that children are a holy gift from God. And they all deserve life. Amen, Donald Trump. And you got black women telling other black women, hey man, there's a war on us when these people trying to save y'all lives. And like I said in my video, that this is why a lot of black people curse. You think God happy with you killing a baby? Oh, you serious? Even if you got it through rape and incest, and I'm not downplaying that because that's so unfortunate, man. But you think God okay with you killing a baby in your womb? Really? Oh, it's not a baby, for instance. It's a fetus. No. Conception. At conception, it's a person. I don't care if it's small as a mustard seed. Once you say that you're pregnant, is a person in your body. So y'all see the stuff that I'm telling y'all, how I debunked everything she said, how this woman is extremely brainwashed, and she represents a huge most of the women in our community. This is the women that we have to date. This is the women that we have to marry. Or we don't have to, because I'm not doing it. I just won't have no wife and no kids if this all they got left. And I'm not talking about the way she look. Pretty young lady. But that's why I say beauty is skin deep. And she don't got no ring on her finger, and either she was married or either she divorced or never been married. And I can understand why. Because ain't no man gonna tell her what to do or lead her. She like the news, the propaganda, Joyless Joy Reid. She listen to the liberal ran media. She don't think for herself. Everything she said in this video is either propaganda, lies, or just some stupid stuff that has no moral thing, nothing to do with a president running the country. Right? So I'm gonna let her finish. I'm gonna bring the video to a conclusion because I don't know what else lies she about to come with. But I mean, it just doesn't make any sense.
To stop with abortion.
Amazing.
They are moving on to birth control. They want to ban birth control as well. Republican men don't want to see women in the boardroom. They want to see women barefoot and pregnant. And if they have to die to have that baby, then so be it. And my most important reason for voting against Donald Trump and Republicans and for Joe Biden and the Democrats is the genocide against black people right here in this country. Among black Americans, the rate of fatal police shootings between 2015 and 2023 stood at 5.9 million of the population per year. That is all.
No, that's not, ma'am. That's another lie. And that goes off what I just was telling y'all about experience versus analytics. Educated people deal with analytics, which is what they just read. What does Donald Trump have to do with a police shooting? Police shooting happened because black people don't know how to act when they get pulled over by the police because most of them are being raised by women. That's why. 70% of our men are being raised by women. So they're overly emotional, for one, and for two, they don't understand how to respect direct verbal orders because mama tell them 20 times to do something. Only time she discipline them when she having a bad day. Whereas if they was raised with their father, they would understand authority because a man is an authoritative figure, a woman is not. So when they get in with these police and these police pull them over, they graze to hate police for no apparent reason because the police don't do nothing to them that they don't deserve. Are they all good police? No, they're bad police, and they're bad preachers, they're bad doctors, but it's more good police than it is bad. And it's coming from somebody who had several running them in my younger days. There are more good police than there are bad. Right? But the reason why black people are constantly getting killed by police, and especially in the years past, is because the defamation of police have been so raised, and so it makes black people automatically, like I said, because they raised by their mama. Most of them, 70% of blacks are raised by their mother. So they get pulled over by police. They not used to no authoritative figure telling them anything, giving them a direct verbal order. So they go back and forth with the cop like they do with their mama. And they think the cop is going to tell them 20 times like they mama. They think the cops care about them like they mama. They think they're going to tell the cop what he can and can't do like they do their mama. It don't work. They get overly emotional. The cop gets scared. And next thing you know, we have a situation that has nothing to do with who in office. Because when all this stuff was really going on when Obama was in office. Police shootings. But they don't talk about that. So I just wanted to, I'm going to close this video here, man. But I just told y'all facts and everything that I said. I'm willing to put any kind of money up what I said. But like I said, I understand she's not going to be convinced. But I make these videos for people who can come across these videos. If it's two people, I don't care. To come across these videos and see how they're being lied to. How they're being manipulated. And because they don't care about nothing but the bag, or they don't care about nothing but material things. They don't care nothing about. They don't care about nothing but stuff that doesn't matter. That really affects their life. When it comes to stuff like this that affect their life, they don't want to do research. They'll take her word for it because she's black and probably, like I say, have some type of degree. I would say they'll take her word for it because they're on TV, like people like Joy Reid, or people that's in Congress like Corey Bush, Sheila Jackson Lee, Hank Johnson, Maxine Warren, all these clowns. They'll listen to what they say because he's a passer. Because he's a passer, they'll listen to him. Because he can play basketball good, they'll listen to him. Because he can play football well, they'll listen to him. Because he or she can sing or rap well, they will listen to them. They won't do their own research, right? And so when they come across a video like this, and they got me talking facts and her talking propaganda that she just going off analytics and what liberal sources have told her, they can see. And they can make them say, hey, if it's just one person, they can see this video and say, man, okay, this guy presented facts. This woman, okay, I see, whoa, I've been lied to. And they can go, and once I light they flame, they can go like 2, 3 flames. Them 2, 3 flames can go like 6, 7, 8 flames. They can go on like that. Because that's how it happened to me, and that's how it can happen to people. I was once a liberal Democrat myself. I'm sorry to admit that, but I have to tell the truth. So I thank y'all for watching this video. And I'm going to give y'all a flashback of those exhibits I showed y'all earlier. Of those pictures of Donald Trump and some of the things he's done and some of the places he's been. And I might even try to find this video for you guys. Let me see here. Yeah, man. Let's go look at a little few of these videos. Quick PowerPoint for you guys. Racist guy. Boy, I ain't gonna lie. I wish every president was racist. If Donald Trump was racist, I wish all presidents was racist. All the stuff he did for blacks. Biden did nothing. Obama did nothing. Well, Obama had the House and the Senate with him. Trump had them against him, but he made stuff happen. Go look all this, everything I said, go look it up. So Miss Tabitha, you can go take your seat now. You can go back and take your seat and continue to spread lies and continue to believe what you want to believe and, do what makes you feel comfortable. But remember this here. This is what I want you to remember, what you see on your screen. Who cares how you feel about Donald Trump? We all know Donald Trump was the greatest man to run this country ever, whoever did it. We're not trying to elect him as the next pastor, your confidant, your counselor. That's not Donald Trump's job. So you don't have to like him and what he do outside of being a president. But as a president, he ran his country the best, and he had everybody, not just white Republicans. He had everybody, even black men like me, doing well in his country. So I thank y'all for listening, and God bless.